Hey everyone, it's been a long time, hasn't it? I'm Avers Puma, and I've returned with an off-brand review. Today I decided to do a longer one. This is Eroge H-Mo Game Mo Kaihatsu Zanmai. Or if you don't know what the hell I just said, this is Eroge Make, Sex, and Games. There's your tags and there's your runtime, and this is what it's made by. This is the same people that made Mankitsu Happening. Tune in for a good one, everybody. This also got a light novel adaptation, and this was originally made for an Eroge game. Can you believe that? I don't think you can find this game on Steam, but if you want to find this game, you could probably just straight up type it into Google and then find a malware-ridden site version of this. And the light novel, I'm pretty sure you could do the exact same thing, but I'd rather not risk a malware crash on my computer or leak my data to the dark web. Enough about my rambling, everybody. Let's get this going. Our main man, Tomoya Otsutsuki, I just butchered that terribly. His passion is erotic games, or ero games for short. He needs a job terribly, because he can't write, he can't program, and he can't draw. And frankly, this man is just the epitome of trash, but he's still trying to find a game. But his passion for eroge games is second to none. So he runs into this company called Flower. It is a local game design studio, and it's finding itself on the verge of shutting down. After the first release of Flower turned out to be a complete letdown, the studio is now struggling to make ends meet. The whole team is females, take it or leave it. They need help desperately, and our main man, Tomoya, he's just the guy that they need. Here is our four main girls. You have Kirasaka, Momoka, Yori, and Jailbait Nene. So it all takes place over 6 episodes, and every single one of these episodes focuses on one of the girls, except for Nene, because I do not want to get arrested. The first episode, it's all about Kirasaka. She is the artist of the entire group when it comes to drawing phallic objects, their assets, or pretty much anything involving the body. Kirasaka's got you. But unfortunately, she does not have the drawing skills about the men's phallic object. So she has no freaking clue what she's drawing. Which Tomoya clearly says you need to get hands-on experience with the real thing. So he ends up staying late with her at work to develop her skills in drawing these objects. It progresses out through the entire week, but there's always something a little bit missing with her drawings. Turns out she needs actual practical experience. You get what I'm saying here. So Tomoya begrudgingly, or willingly, decides to have sex with Kirasaka to develop her skills because this would make her draw better. I don't freaking know how this happens. Don't look at me. I don't know how to draw. I make these videos for fun, man. They've gone for hours and hours and hours, and I don't understand how they both haven't died from just complete exhaustion, because they've been going it from dusk till dawn. And her art has drastically improved, get it or not. And Tomoya praises her work in the future. The second episode revolves around Momoka. She is the script writer for this studio. In the beginning, she can't really freaking write about main characters and romance and feelings and about porn, basically. She always just downtrots men. She sees them as this object of grief, and men aren't needed, so she always just paints men in a negative light. Tomoya needs to open her eyes that not all men are terrible. And I am the first one to admit, men fucking suck. We are stupid, we are dense, and we are always stupid. Anyways, Momoka starts to write better about men because Mochizuki Tomoya decides to stay after work with Momoka now instead of Kirasaka. In the beginning, it's very shaky. The relationship is terrible. But after he opens up to her, her writing becomes a lot more hush-toned, and it becomes a lot more, bearable, rather than just a, hey, you're a piece of shit guy. Guys are stupid. But it also takes a weird turn. Momoka turns into the S&M routine of writing, how there's always a master and a servant. And then she does the exact same thing with Kirasaka. She needs practical, on-hand experience with the physical intercourse. So they do the master and servant plot with Tomoya. It's just a weird switch. I just did not expect to see that coming, but never mind, because she just downtrots men and then she wants to be the master, Tomoya wants to be the servant. It's whatever. Next up, we have Yori. She is the main coder of the group. She actually can code pretty well. She's just very shy. Frick me, dude. Tomoya decides to stay after work with Yori now instead of Kirasaka and Momoka now to help her open up because she is just super quiet. But she is like the exact textbook kudere. If you don't know what a kudere is, they're like the cold, blank, emotionless girl. But as soon as Yori starts to open up to Tomoya, it turns out she is like the closet freak of this whole studio. She's like really into the water sports and really into the scat, and I don't understand why, dude. That is just tragic. But she ends up getting out of her shell and starts coding the game a lot more efficiently because of Tomoya's help with the fetish world, because apparently opening up to the fetish world exposes your coding skills. Leave that to the math problems. That's crazy. After all of these girls decide to code the game and make the game into one specific whole, they release this new game for Flower. And turns out this game is not so bad. It survived the beta testing phase, it survived the bugs, and it survived basically the bare minimum. But hey, it's successful. Tomoya's happy, the girls are happy, it's all fun and dandy. Kirasaka and Momoka then start to have a rivals set. They are both falling in love with Tomoya because apparently the main man's riz is on another freaking level, from going from tsundere to S&M to kudere to closet freak to jailbait. This man has so much charisma, he just can't keep his dick in his pants, and starts trying to build his own harem route, but he can't successfully do that. So he's stuck in a giant love triangle that does turn into a threesome that also results with a Yori and Nene watching them. But hey, let's see how this love triangle pairs out. After the game releases, they decide to do a convention at the next Anime Expo, the next Animax, whatever. They decide to give demos out for their game, and they want to give as much advertisement as possible. Because Flower is now back in business, baby, let's go. And Tomoya, being the weird, perverted, ecchi guy, because he's got no skills whatsoever, decides to torment Kirasaka, teasing her while she's giving out demos, tease Momoka with toys, and do the more weird fetish world with Yori, all of them at the convention, and it just turns into a giant scramble puzzle about how this man hasn't gotten caught yet doing all these unspeakable acts with girls, and how the jailbait has not been touched yet, I don't understand. But frankly, that's great. I do not want to get into that story whatsoever. After the convention, they all decide to do this celebratory hot springs episode. So after the convention is done, they book a trip to a hot springs and they go have a fun time at vacation. The romance subplot in this episode is everywhere. It all resembled around Kirasaka. I feel like Tomoya and Kirasaka were probably the best match for this entire off-brand. Momoka is just the S&M girl, and Yori is just a freak. There's no other way to say it. And then they just no, just no. Don't ever no. The boss does get thrown up. Her name is Reina, but she is just a subordinate character. Nothing ever happens with her, so it's whatever. She's just a character. After all of that, Kirasaka and Tomoya probably start to date. It's hinted at the ending of the off-brand, but you know what? It's a visual novel and it's a Eroge game as well. So I assume it's kind of like the Euphoria treatment, where it's like a choose-your-own ending and your decisions matter type of game. So either he can end up with Kirasaka, Momoka, or Yori. We're not going to talk about the other girl. But I would recommend you probably try to do your own route if you ever talk about doing this game. It's up to you if you want to play it. But the off-brand ends basically with Kirasaka being the main girl, while Tomoya just completely like ghosts Momoka, Yori, and Nene and all that. I give this one a solid 9 out of 10. It's great. Collaboration Works is probably one of the best studios on the planet to make off-brands from. They made Mankitsu Happening. They've made I don't know what else they've made. I'll probably throw up some on the screen right now, but I think this one is probably the most beautiful one next to Bunny Walker and Pink Pineapple. They've really kept to the source material on this, I hope, but I just need to do some more research on this. So, everyone, that's been Eroge, Hmo Game no Katsai Zanmai. Suggest in the comments what you want me to pick next, and you know what? I'll probably get another video out sooner or later, because I need to return. Everybody, I've been Avis Puma, and I love every single one of you guys.